Hello, and welcome to the show. Today's story is about a princess cat who was a little bit vain. That means she had a very high opinion of herself. But maybe I'm being a bit hard on her. Let's see what you think. In ancient times, a cat named Princess Cat lived in the royal palace. She was exceptionally beautiful, with fluffy white hair and sky blue eyes. She knew she was beautiful because everyone always said so, and she was quite certain she was just as royal as any human prince or princess. Now, it so happened that the one person in the palace who didn't admire her was the king's oldest son. His indifference annoyed her very much. Princess Cat tried everything to get his attention, but nothing worked. When he came down for breakfast, she'd try to escort him with her tail held high, but he'd just let the door swing into her face. Meow. She did not like that. When he sat in the garden, she'd climb a high branch and meow in distress, pretending to be stuck. Surely the noble prince would rush to her aid, but no. At first, he just ignored her. Then he moved to another spot where her meows couldn't disturb him. Once she slipped into his bedroom and settled on his silk pillow. But when he came to bed, he just clapped his hands and had a servant bring him a fresh pillow without any cat hairs on it. All her attempts to be noticed by the prince ended in failure. But worse still, when a human princess visited the palace, his eyes followed her everywhere she went. Princess Cat saw how enchanted he was, and it made her so sad she hid in the dark cellar. She couldn't bear to hear the music and laughter from the ball upstairs. Down in the cellar, she cried to herself, "He hardly notices me." But when she's around, his eyes are stuck to her like glue. What has she got that I haven't? Her eyes are grey, mine are sky blue. Her hair is brown, mine is white and fluffy. It's so unfair. If only I was a human, he would love me, not her. I know he would. Now, as luck would have it, a statue of Aphrodite, the goddess of love, was stored in the cellar. The goddess heard the cat and spoke, "You are right. If you were a human princess, he would fall in love with you." "Well, at least someone agrees with me," meowed the cat. "But I'll never be a human princess." "Not so," replied Aphrodite. "Love conquers all. Stop this pitiful meowing. Get up and go back to the ball." Inspired, Princess Cat rose to her feet. But hang on, not to her 4 feet, but to her 2 feet. She felt a swish of silk and smelled a gust of rose-scented perfume. Climbing the stairs, she saw her reflection in a gilded mirror. She had become a beautiful princess with sky-blue eyes and flowing white hair. She strolled into the ballroom, and the prince stared right at her. Forgetting the other princess, he asked her to dance. Being a former cat, she had perfect balance and danced gracefully. They danced all night, and by morning, the prince declared he must marry the mystery princess. The king agreed, setting the wedding for a month's time. The former cat spent the month in the cellar, talking to Aphrodite and snacking on mice so no one would discover her secret. On the wedding day, Aphrodite dressed her in a wonderful gown and arranged for a golden chariot to take her to the temple. Crowds cheered for her beauty as she arrived. The prince was waiting for her at the altar. The moment she had dreamed of was finally here. But oh no. As Princess Cat walked up the aisle, she spotted a mouse out of the corner of her eye. A cheeky little mouse at her wedding. How dare he? Instantly, she pounced on the little fellow and gobbled him up. The guests had never seen anything like it. They were shocked and amazed. Realizing her mistake and covered in shame, the princess ran up a tree, jumped over the temple wall, and fled into the forest, transformed back into a cat. Eventually, she sneaked back into the palace to restart her life as a pampered kitty, never again wishing she could be human. And this fable goes to show that while you can change your appearance, it's much harder to change your true nature. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Bye for now.